What's happening, Myles?
Hey Brian, happy Friday, dude.
Happy
I
Friday. Yeah.
I had a message from a good friend of mine earlier who texted me. He went, "Do you know who this is? The name's not filled me with confidence." And he sent me a screenshot of a friend request he got on PlayStation, and the username was Mass Murderer 4083.
That's Joey.
So if it's any of the game cats out there, out yourself. But yeah,
Yeah.
I liked who just said, "Do you know?" Name doesn't fill me with confidence. I mean, if you're going to do a username, Mass Murderer. I mean, maybe they're like a Call of Duty player or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yep.
Well,
I
you hope so.
I don't think the intro is getting better than that, man. You ready to start the show?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. This is PSVR GamesCast Live. We film live every single Monday, Wednesday, and 2 Eyes Friday right here on YouTube. We do it live 6 p.m. Eastern for your viewing pleasure. But we also care about your oral pleasure. That's why I put this thing up on podcast services of your choice. I don't know if you heard this or not, Myles, but that theme, that intro that I just played was slightly different, ever so slightly different. Yeah. And I want to give a quick shout out to the person who made it different. That's Doomsly82. Who wrote and recorded an entire song about PSVR2 in this community. And
Wow.
Yeah, so here's a link in the chat to the SoundCloud if you guys want to check out the song that he wrote. And I was like, dude, listen, I want to sample like one line from that song and add it to our intro. And so that's what that was.
And it's not a one-off intro. This is the new intro.
I don't know if everyone's like, that sucks, we're not going to do, we don't want that, I'll switch it back to the old one.
All right.
It's legit like one little sampled reverby line at the very end of it all.
Nice.
Yeah, it's almost not different if you didn't notice. But Doomsly82, well done. And always want to like point out anytime somebody in the community does something awesome for PSVR2 or the community or anything. We have such talented game cats in our Discord and in that watch this show. So if anybody ever does anything artistic, please don't hesitate to hit me up and show me what you've done.
Oh, I'm going to send you one of my macaroni pictures I made this week. Can you put it on the fridge?
Did you glue it to? Is it me? Is it me?
I don't know what it is.
Did you make a macaroni, Brian?
I don't know what it is, but it's
yeah.
Okay.
My name is Brian Paul from this channel right here without Parole, and this gentleman over here to my left, to your right, it's Myles Dyer from youtube.com/Myles.
Hey, Brian.
You can tell it's Friday. We're both just done.
Improv group, mate. Improv group.
And everything's funny. Yeah.
The best thing about improv group is I have improv group written on my whiteboard here, so I always remember what it's called. That's the least improv thing about it. But yeah. Yeah, good to see you, Brian. Hello, Game Cats. I mean, what a week for releases. It's been a good week. I think we've been fed well with a good mix of games.
Yeah. It's been kind of crazy. It's been kind of crazy. But yeah, and you know what?
Lumines Arise, dude. I was just gonna say,
what's up? So good,
stunning game, dude. I love like Tetris Effect is one of my all-time favorite games, and like and one of my favorite VR games.
Okay.
And then for you, before you did your review, telling me about the story behind Lumines Arise, and and the story of that company, I went in with high expectations, and I was still blown away by it. And even though Tetris is my kind of game, I can totally understand. I've barely scratched the surface of Lumines Arise. I mean, I played probably 10 hours already, but like I've made it barely through journey mode because I'm just learning the combinations to make those squares. I think it's a really hard game, even though you would think on face value, oh, it's just cubes and it's only two colors. That's easier than Tetris. It's very difficult. Like it's easy to, what's the phrase? Easy to learn, difficult to master. Yeah. It's kind of that. But yeah, dude, I'm so happy to have a game, especially at a time when the world just feels so cynical. this is like escapism in the best possible way. Like, oh man, it's so good.
Yeah, and I think Tetris has a little bit of control over you as the levels progress, right? They can drop the blocks faster. But it's so interesting what Luminous can do to have control over you as well, in terms of dropping the blocks faster, but also slowing that timeline down so the blocks that you're making don't clear fast enough. And you're like, can you please clear? I'm running out of room. Come on. Right. And then of course the burst mechanic, which is new to Luminous, right?
Is that new?
They kind of took it from Tetris Effect, honestly, like to freeze time and build the biggest combo you can. That adds a whole nother mechanic to the game where you're like, you get a little bit of control back, which is really nice. It's very cool.
That is
very cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I do think it could be a bit sharper in the headset. That there's a few levels where there's a lot of aliasing going on. I know that's not the same as sharpness, but like, yeah.
So
but
yeah,
it's a beautiful game overall. Yeah, but
and I know what you're talking about. There's a couple levels where there are like circles in as either the shapes or like there's blocks with circles on them, and you can see like jagged edges on the circles. But in my book, I'm like, again, I would much rather have to see little jaggeds here and there, right? It's not even the whole game; it's just here and there, rather than the resolution of the entire thing, like looking a little bit softer, right? So I mean, it wasn't even something I mentioned in the review because it's so infrequent as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
but I think I know what you're talking about. I did notice that. Yeah,
and I'm just getting my ass handed to me in the multiplayer. The multiplayer, I'm up against someone who's got the same rank as me. They've got 50 points. I'm like, oh, it's another beginner. And they like destroy me. They're doing like 4 or 5 times the score as me. And I'm just like, why am I punishing myself like this? So yeah, I'm on a long road with this game, but yeah, stunning.
If we're talking about multiplayer and Luminous, then I will tell you this. Pre-launch, I didn't have really anyone to play with, right? No one else was really playing. I basically begged AJ, and he's like, I don't even know how to play. And I was like, play this tutorial real quick, and then play against me. I just need to know how the multiplayer works. And so I kicked AJ's ass like 2 or 3 times in a row, expectedly, right? Because he didn't even know how to play, and I'm taking full advantage of like the burst mode and everything. And so and I'm sure give AJ an hour and he'll be better than I am. But I've been playing this game for 20 years, right? And so when the game came out, I jumped in. I played with Awesome Tatum, and I think I kicked his ass again and again and again. But he's brand new to the game as well. And then I was like, I'm gonna see what the online community's like. Let's see if anybody out there am I any good at this really, or am I just kicking ass against people who haven't really played it? And the very first person I played against, I mean, it was a nightmare, right? And it's all about what I learned by looking back at the footage was if you can get a massive combo, like a 100+ combo on a burst attack, you are going to completely wreck the other player.
Yes.
So that's a big part of it.
Yeah. So yeah, nice game this week. Enjoyed it.
We're gonna attack a couple of tips, and then I want to hear what else you've been playing this week, Myles.
This week,
I've been working on this week all day, man. Those words aren't even nice right now. Usually I'm like, oh, this week punch, and then right now I'm like, oh, this week migraine.
I don't want to cause any more harm. I apologize.
We got Fifth 1972 with the Australian $5 tip. Says, is there a game that is great, but it just hasn't clicked for you? For me, it's Arcanage and Of Lies and Rain. Not sure why.
I'm gonna have to think about it for VR. But as soon as you mention that, I think there's only one game in recent memory that is how I would describe it, and it was the new God of War games, the reboots. They were both games that, the first one I eventually did love, but I had to sink 10, 15 hours in. But same with Ragnarok, which I never actually stuck with. I was like, I know what I'm playing right now is amazing, and I'm just not. It's just not resonating with me. Arcanage, though, when it comes to VR, I do need to go back to. I don't feel compelled to go back to it. But as I was playing it, I was like, this is amazing. And I think it might be a similar thing. I think if I play it for a few more hours and unlock, some new areas and stuff like that, then maybe it will. So yeah, I think that is a good shout.
I got to ask Fifth, my question is how much time have you spent with both of these games? Because I mean, honestly, like I started Arcane Age when the review keys first went out, which was like almost a month before launch. They gave us so much time to play, which was really nice. And I played for, just to check it out, see what it looked like in the headset. And I played for the first, 30, 40 minutes or something, and it just wasn't clicking with me. And I played it for another 30, 40 minutes, wasn't clicking with me. And so I was like, I'll get back to this. I'll get back to this, when I'm like, okay, I'm gung-ho and I got to play for review and blah, blah, blah. And when it clicked. And I was just like kind of blown away. I think they throw a lot at you story-wise at the beginning of the game. And they throw a lot at you, but with the blueprints and like, how does this even work? How do you operate these machines? And it's like confusing. And I think once it clicks, it clicks. But that's, again, I maybe fifth beat the whole game. It was like it still wasn't doing anything for him. And so I think that's where I benefit, just in general, is that I have to play the whole game. Usually when a PSVR2 game comes my way, it's because I am reviewing it, and I'm not gonna, for the most part, not gonna play a couple hours of a game and then review it. There are exception streams of another. So when a game's not clicking with me, I feel like if I stick with it, it does eventually click. Has he updated us in the chat about how much time he spent with these games? Because that's, I will say I'm surprised about of Lies and Rain, because Of Lies and Rain was one of those, like, for the demo. I played the demo and I was like, I'm so in. I don't care where this goes. I'm so on board with wherever this goes. And then I loved the full game. So that wasn't an issue with me at all. But I guess Underdogs is the one, because I've spent now a couple hours with that game. And I'm like, yeah, it's good. It's good. But I'm not blown away or loving it like everyone else is. Right. And so I guess that's the one that really stands out for me.
Maybe it's connected to games where, there's quite maybe a slow start because they want it to be accessible to the majority of players. And for more experienced VR players, you just want to get to the crux of it. And where there's like a long progression system, or there's some kind of curve of mastery, maybe that's what kind of can cause games to feel that way. I mean, someone said Call of the Mountain. It took me like a year and a half before I went back to it and went for the platinum and that. And that was a game, like, I know what I'm playing is amazing. It's just like, am I really in the mood for it right now? But I also know that we come from a very privileged position where Brian and I and AJ and Wes get to play a lot of games. So it's not kind of like, you buy your selection of games and, well, I'm going to make the most of this until I've got my next paycheck to buy the next bunch. We're always moving on from one to the next. But.
Yeah, and I think Of Lies and Rain is specifically a very... Like, I think if anybody goes into it expecting like this is a first person shooter, it's not. Like, there's first person shooting, right? But but it's so much more focused on the story and like learning what happened before you got there, and it's just, like I said, very quiet, meditative. It was a very reflective game for me, and it also, you get to shoot stuff along the way and solve some puzzles. Fifth in the chat updates us. He says Arcane Age 5 hours. Okay. Which is, I think if you're not loving something after 5 hours, you have given it a fair shot, and it's just not for you. And then he says he loved the Of Lies and Rain demo, and then played 3 hours of the full game. So he was in the same boat as me, loving the demo, and then the game itself just nope. It's really you know what, it's a case by case basis, and with any luck, maybe one day you'll go, you know what, I'm really in the mood for these games. I'm really in the mood to give these games another shot, and you'll already have them in your, in your catalog. You re-download them, go, all right, now I see what everyone loved about this. But it's not going to be true. It's not going to be true for everybody, for every game. There are games people love, and I just don't understand. So,
well, this week, Brian, I had a bit of an
sorry.
You did it now. Oh my god, no.
Yeah.
I had an opposite experience this week because earlier on, when I was doing sort of my trophy hunting on the PSN profiles, you have this like trophy advisor, and it tells you like, here are the easiest trophies you should go for. And for me, a lot of them are PSVR games, and I'm just like, they're always there, and I'm like, oh, this is annoying. And I had quite a few for Superhot. And so I got my PSVR, I had it set up already, and I went back to Superhot. And the reason I bring this up is Superhot is a game that I know many people go, Why won't they bring it to PSVR2? They're doing all these other games. But there's that question of like, Superhot was amazing for when it came out. But what about now? So many games have come out since then. It had a time and place.
Yeah.
And I went back to it and I played it all the way through in one sitting. And I've got to say, having done it, yes, Superhot is still that effing good. And I really want him to bring it to PSVR2. Like, it was like undeniable. I was like, oh my God, I forgot. I always knew it was good, but I just didn't know, like, a lot of time has gone. It's a different, even on PSVR, I was like, no, this game is amazing. They need to bring it to PSVR2. So that was something I noticed on this week.
Yeah. And I think, and I think it's just not. I don't think anybody owns the rights to it, or the people who are making games over at Something Random. I don't think they have the rights to that game.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
I could be wrong. I think they've split off and they've created their own team, and I don't know who what the official Superhot team is doing anymore. So I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
We got GameCado who sent 10 without parole gift memberships. Thank you so much for your generosity, as always. Doomed Sly 82 with the 20 Donkey Kong countries says thank you, Brian, for using a bit of my song. It was really good, and it helped that it was, you know, in the style of music that I really like. It was definitely on the emo side of things, and I like it. I like it a lot. Good job, man. Good job. And for whatever reason, I can't scroll down as far as I want to, so we're going to go over here, and we can see most of the tip. Thank you, Samson. I want to talk to Samson. 143VR with a $5 tip says, just a tip. Samson, we got to play some Demio this weekend. I got to get that review underway, and I think you are the one to help me with it. So let's fucking go. Well, maybe Myles will play with me, too. Myles never plays with me.
That's not true.
It's kind of true.
Yeah, has been recently. We can change that.
We got Ace Gamer in the chat with the $13.37. Says, excellent variety in multiplayer this weekend.
Whoa.
With Puzzling Places on Saturday and more V-Racer on Sunday.
It was so good on Sunday. Last Sunday was so good for V-Racer. The lobbies, like all the Quest players were like, oh my God, why are there so many players here? And because they can tell they're on PlayStation. It's like, because it's the PlayStation VR2 community have shown up. And they were like, oh my God, this is amazing. Maybe we should, like, you know, do some events together and stuff like that. They were really impressed. But yeah, everyone who showed up for V-Racer, it was a lot of fun. I kept jumping out of lobbies and joining to see who else I could join with, and it was good. It was good fun. And I hope I'm allowed to say this. I was just speaking with Francois from Vertex Breakers earlier this evening. He says that he's actually going to be watching the show, so hey, Francois. But he was saying that he's working, I don't know if it's going to be, it actually might be on the build already. It might be updated. But they're doing it so that when you go to multiplayer, you can actually see the different lobbies and who's playing in them.
Good.
If you're looking for friends and that. So I think that's honestly, Vertex Breakers, they are some of the most receptive devs I've ever had the pleasure of like dealing with. They are buzzing on the positive response of V-Racer, all the reviews people have been leaving, everything. And they're just like, we want to get to work. Like, what do people want next? So just keep messaging guys, like, what features do you want to see? Things like that. They are listening and they are ready to implement stuff. They've got a lot of exciting plans, but they're genuinely so grateful for the community getting behind the game. So yeah, thank you.
That's excellent. That is excellent to hear. Yeah, even just seeing like the numbers on my review in terms of like views, it's, you know, you get a general idea, right? It's not super reliable. It's sort of like, you know, the reviews that are left on the PlayStation Store. You can kind of get an idea of how well these games are doing, and V-Racer, man, from the get-go, people were super interested, and it just the numbers just keep going up. So looks pretty good. Hopefully you guys are supporting Rush as well. Support Rush, because that video has way fewer views.
I did my Let's Play on Rush on Saturday. I waited till Saturday to do it as a multiplayer, and the multiplayer servers weren't working.
At all.
And I was so not during the time. Like just said, network issues, and could even do it in the private stuff. I was really sad. They're
Wait.
working again now.
Okay. So
Yeah.
because I played in the Saturday multiplayer, and we had a
did?
blast the entire time. No server.
Weird.
No, yeah, because I've got too many friends, and so apparently that created a bug with the friends lobby. But I think Nick created the lobby and it was fine. And the random lobby, I've never seen an issue with the random lobby.
So the random lobby wasn't working for out, and then I kept trying to do a friends one, and it was the same issue. So maybe it was just me then. But I assumed that maybe it was the surge of players or something like that, and I was really sad because that was the bit I was most excited to show on my Let's Play, and I wasn't able to do the multiplayer. Yeah. But Rush is amazing, so much fun.
Rush is great. Which actually kind of leads us to actually hold on. Let's finish Ace Gamer's tip. He says so Puzzling plays on Saturday and V-Racer on Sunday. Don't forget, you guys, if you're not part of our Discord, come join it. The link's in the description below. And that's where you want to be to vote on what games we play over the weekend, every Saturday and Sunday. That's where you want to be and to kind of squad up and figure out, hey, how are we handling the multiplayer, right? Like, are we creating a lobby? Are we just going to go and flood the servers? How are we handling this? He says, follow the weekend multiplayer channel in Discord for details and voting on next week's games. Thank you, Ace Gamer. Much love. We got Comic Book Guy with the £5. Says, I don't know why I am not a big fan of roguelites, except underdogs. Or maybe roguelites just aren't my thing, maybe. It's totally possible. Like, right, as somebody who grew up with, who loved single player campaigns, that's what I love. It definitely feels like something's missing in a roguelite if like that's what you're looking for. But there's sort of that practically infinite replayability aspect that tends to make up for it. Yeah.
Underdogs, although it's a roguelite, does feel more like a campaign though. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of roguelites is it's a continuous thing, whereas there's a story and so maybe that's why it appeals to you more than others. But yeah,
maybe. Wow. Okay. You know what okay. Tips keep rolling in, so we're gonna stick on tips for a little bit here, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your generosity. You guys are unbelievable. As you guys know, you're the ones keeping the channel alive. Patreon.com/without parole games, tipping during the show. It all helps being a member. Thank you guys very much. Parasite82 with the £5 says, I am in the minority of those who couldn't get into Wanderer, and I much preferred the Room VR and Red Matter 1 and 2. Cannot wait for RoboQuest. Looks awesome. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be playing some RoboQuest this weekend. I heard some exclusive first impression footage was out there, and it sounds like it's going pretty well. But I can't wait to check it out for myself. But I don't know. Listen. I think Wander is a great game, but preferring Red Matter VR and the Room VR and Red Matter 1 and 2 over it, I don't see that as no. No, you don't. I
can't see it either. Yeah.
I love all of those games, right? I think every Red Matter game so far has been great. I really hope that Vertical Robot is kind of sticking with it. I mean, if they want to do something else, great. But if they want to make Red Matter 3, I'm totally on board to see where they take that series. And I think we're just talking about like the best of the best games on the platform. So good stuff. Now let's ride the game Feline with the $5 says, any thoughts on the Steam frame, Brian? Apologies if you already covered this. We haven't really talked about the Steam frame. I'm way more interested in the Steam box, right? The Gabe Cube, as they're calling it. The
Gabe Cube, yeah.
Yeah.
Such a good.
It's so good. It's so good. And I'm much more interested in that, like because I love my Steam Deck, and I think having some like Steam OS sitting in my living room, being able to sit back on my couch and playing all these Steam games would be great. Am I interested in a wireless headset? Not really. Like a standalone headset? Not really. I would be way more interested if the Steam frame and the Steam machine had some kind of if like they were selling that as like a, hey, use this and this, and like this is powering this, and here's the cable and all that, right?
Yeah.
However, I did put up a poll in Discord today, and I asked you guys if you wanted me to cover other VR headsets. Listen, I'm not opposed to it. Here's the thing, I'm not opposed to it. What I'm opposed to is having one VR game showcase the day after a State of Play Japan, neither of which was heavy on PSVR2, and then everyone thinking that the sky is falling and that PSVR2 is officially dead. Oh, that's the nail in the coffin. You should have seen the fucking comments, dude. Like,
really?
What? Dude, it's like we're having the greatest month ever. For VR games, right? And not only are we getting just great a quantity of titles, but the review scores have been amazing, right? 8s and 9s, and I've just been having an absolute blast. Like, it's restored my love for VR gaming after kind of a little bit of a drought of stuff that was kind of boring and formulaic.
Agree. It's hilarious. It's And we did just have a PSVR2 day, like,
right, and everybody's so positive after that, but how quickly they forget.
I know,
it's obnoxious.
It's unbelievable. And credit to Jamie. He did a really good Reddit post on the PSVR subreddit before the VR game showcase, saying, just giving you guys a heads up. Yeah, if you're, there's not a lot of, PSVR2 stuff in there. I think most of it was our piece, which was recapping a lot of the stuff that we did on PSVR2 day. Obviously, the RAF sort of time window was announced, but that was it. But yeah.
So anyway, I am interested in hearing people's thoughts, like, for real.
Yeah.
I want to know what people are thinking, and here's the other part of this is I put up the poll and said, would you guys like me to cover other VR headsets? Yes or no? And then I didn't clarify why I was asking. I didn't jump into the conversation. I saw the people talking about it in the poll thread, and it took all of my power today to not jump in and say, well, just to clarify, right? Because I was really interested to hear people's honest thoughts about, because a lot of people think, oh, well, Brian also thinks PSVR2 must be dying. That's clearly why he's doing this, right? And I think it's such a joke. It's the same conversations we were having during the PSVR 1 era, right? Oh, PSVR2 is never happening. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. And now people are like, oh, PSVR 3 is clearly never going to happen. And I was like, fuck right, it's not. We can plug our PSVR 2s directly into a PlayStation 6, motherfuckers, right? We already have the PlayStation VR 3. We're just waiting for the power behind it. Anyway. But I am curious because I don't know. Without Parole has the potential to be lots of things. There's the thing that I envision it to be, but there's also the thing that you guys envision it to be. And I just kind of want to know where everyone's head's at. Like, if this was suddenly not a PSVR 2 specific channel, would people be like, well, that's what you had going for you, and we're out of here, right? Or if you're like, oh, it's a lot of PSVR 2, but also this Steam Frame thing, and occasionally a Quest game, just because Brian wanted to play Batman. I'm just curious, and so I would say don't talk. Talk about it wherever the fuck you want to. I was like, but if you really want me to see your answer to that question, go to the Discord and leave your comments there, or leave a comment on this video. I'm probably not going to see if it's scrolling by in the live chat, unfortunately. So, just always be open to change, right? Always be open to change.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, the tips keep coming in. Do I just like Friday being kind of a bit of a chill. Like, we've got some topics to talk about, but they're not.
We have the longest run of show that I put together in a week. So yeah, we have a lot to talk about, but we're just gonna start ditching stories because I can't have this be a 3-hour show. I still got this week to edit, but let's tackle a couple more tips. I don't what the fuck, why not, right?
Guys, they just keep feeding us tips. Keep bringing the tips on.
Yeah, we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. We can do it that way. I don't care. High Phase with the Canadian $20 tip says, "Hi Brian." Also, thank you. I took your V Racer review comment about the music not being impactful into consideration and tweaked the music all the way up. It's awesome now. But the peak was meeting Myles in a lobby, sporting. I'm sorry, a mankini? Is that what he's saying? Is that a bikini for men?
I don't know what that's about.
So I just have to turn the music up. Is that what he's saying? Because honestly,
yeah,
it is a lot of racing sounds, the sounds of the weapons and the sounds of the engines, and so maybe it wasn't memorable for me because it was getting drowned out. Very interesting. Right. I will definitely turn it up, and next time I play and drown out everybody I'm playing with. I want to see pictures of the mankini, Myles.
I have no idea what that's about, but it was great seeing you in there, even if you were thinking about me wearing some kind of outfit.
Strangely enough, that's always how I think about you, Myles. Golu with the level 2 membership says, please. No, he didn't say please. No, he does, but later. He says, good night. Please upload this show to Spotify. I need it for my chores tomorrow. Love you. You got it, man. You got it. I feel bad because there's no way of telling the people over who listen on Spotify that there's not a show. Like we canceled Wednesday's show, and then I was like, how the fuck do I tell these people like that there's just no show, that I didn't forget to upload it? But yeah, no, I've been getting better about it. I try to get these things uploaded the night of, so there's not too much of a yeah.
Hey, John Epstein in the chat, dude. Turning up the music helped me too, as did a mankini. The chat's hilarious. I have no idea what you're on about.
Always. Fifth 1979 with the Australian $5 tip says, Myles, are you feeling okay after Critical Strike Shooter? Myles, is it Critical Strike Shooter is one of the games you played this week?
I played it today.
No. And you're still standing vertically. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, I'm a glutton for punishment, really, because I actually went back to it this evening to go for the platinum, and I got the platinum. Because I was like, if there's one thing I'm going to get from it, it's I'm going to get the platinum trophy before I report it to PlayStation and get them to remove it. It's a piece of shit.
But wasn't I right? Doesn't it look stunning before you take a step? You're like, wow, this neighborhood looks really fucking nice.
So it has some of the environments from Survive, like the school, because it's all the prefab, and it does look clearer in the headset than it did on Survive.
I think I could be wrong. I think you're thinking of Alvo.
Well, I know it had Alvo stuff as well. I thought the school was definitely from Survive.
Okay, maybe I'm misremembering.
But it had Alvo music in it, and also, to be honest, Barbaria uses the same music when you complete the level. And I love that the pistol makes the same sound as the revolver, which makes the same sound of, I'm pretty sure the shotgun, mate. Just look at my Let's Play, guys, at the end of the final thoughts. I literally shoot each gun. I'm pretty sure the shotgun sounded the same. It's hilarious. Man, this game is so terrible. But like, the rooms, as you can see from this gameplay, like, the neighborhood looked awesome. Like, I thought, this looks great. And do you know what else? I mean, there's a lot I hate about it. And I think this is actually a part of the motion sickness, not only because it was running at 5 frames per second, but you know when you play a game, you can choose how movement is. Is it by your hand, or is it by your head? Well, this game is by neither. It's just wherever you've been reset. So wherever you're pointing your hand in one way or looking somewhere, no, you're just going where you've reset the center point. And dude, yeah. And then the night vision was a cool effect. Anyway, stay away from this game, guys.
Yeah, right. This is shovelware that like actually had some kind of potential, right? Because it looked good, but they didn't optimize it. The night vision is like so it was so long that I was walking through. I was like, I don't even have a flashlight. And I was like, wait a minute, I do have night vision. I clicked it on. I was like, this is kind of cool. But I'm like, but no, it's a terrible game. There's nothing to it. You just walk around and you save hostages and you shoot the bad guys, and that's it. The number of times, Myles, that I reached down and my gun wasn't there, and I backtracked my steps and found it was stuck in a door somewhere. Like, this is just ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, no, I found that. And I was like, and sometimes I pick up the gun and it's upside down. And You got to rescue your buddies who are in complete silence. It reminded me of this is going to sound such a horrible thing to say. It reminded me of Firewall on PSVR when you played the skirmish mode and taking on waves of enemies.
Yeah.
That scared the shit out of me, that game, because the enemies made no sound. They didn't say anything. They would just turn up. So you turn around and someone's just there. And I'd be like, ah! You know, no footsteps or anything. That used to scare the hell out of me. There was a bit of that in here. But yeah, I got the platinum, so at least I got something for it. But yeah, I genuinely felt sick in the headset during my Let's Play. That was not fun. I had to play scene.
This footage is definitely from a Brian bite that I started and never finished, and there's a lot of these. So one of these days, I'm just going to drop like 30 Brian bites on the channel. This is the Jim from Survive. Holy shit! Okay, so I'm thinking of the next level entirely, where it's the zombie map from Alvo, which is identical.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Well, there you go. From all the ones, yeah. Yeah.
Crazy VR with a $20 tip. Thank you for your generosity. Says, where's Flat Out PSVR2? Played Flat Out 2 on PC with friends years ago, and it was a blast. I think we were talking about. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. It doesn't. I guess I'm not the person to really talk about this of the two of us. That's for sure.
No. I was just going to say, like, we've literally got our biggest game to date coming out on Thursday. So, like, you know, we're spinning many plates. Things are in development. By the way, I have no issues with people asking about this stuff and being frustrated that things aren't out yet. Because I'm one of you guys when it comes to games that we really want to play. We all have games that we really want to say. It's in development, and updates will be given when they are. But at the moment, we're all looking towards Thursday with RoboQuest and that. But yeah, I can't wait to play some Flat Out in VR.
Yeah, and this in car cockpit footage that you guys shared a little while back just makes me go, oh man, I can't wait to drag my racing rig closer to my PS5 and play an arcade racer. Right, like this is we talk about needing more arcade racers, and it's so great that we got V Racer, V Rider, V Racer Hoverbike. Why do I keep doing this? I don't do this except when we're live. And Rush, right? These are arcade racers, but like I want to use my racing rig for something. I want to use my racing rig for a Ridge Racer. I want to use my racing rig for a Burnout, and I will fucking absolutely take Flat Out for. It just looks ridiculous and over the top and really fun, and so yeah. Totally understandable. But yeah, guys, 2026, put that year in your head instead of 2025.
Eric Masher is in the chat. What up, dude? He says, I played Flat Out 4 VR the other night. It's cooking, everybody. There we go.
Let it cook.
I don't know if that makes things better or worse for Crazy hearing that. I don't care if it's really good if I can't play it right now. But no, it's there's no smoke or mirrors here. Like it's playable. And we always want to be as transparent as we can. To be honest, it's why that there was some exclusive RoboQuest VR gameplay that went out today showing some of the multiplayer, because multiplayer is not going to be available at launch. And we just want to be honest that not only is it, playable, but like there's playable in terms of like, yeah, but you don't want to see it, and no, playable and we can show it. It just needs a bit more polish and stuff like that. So yeah, lots going on.
Grandpa's Barbecue or Game Cat with the level 1 membership says, Brian, is Steambox your gateway into PC VR? Mm-hmm. I don't know. You guys vote in the polls. And maybe you can make it my gateway into PC VR. That's what I'm saying, right?
I read a review. I can't remember what publication it was. They said they played Ghost Town on the Steam Frame, and they said it looked a bit muddy, the picture quality, which I found disappointing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not hyped by the headset, I just want to say. And that's not me being like, just because I'm a PSVR2. I love my MetaQuest and stuff like that. I was expecting them to be offering a much more premium product, but maybe I've completely misunderstood what it offers. I know it does foveated streaming, which is an interesting tech. So it's not to say I won't be interested in it once it comes out and I hear more about it. But yeah, when the initial announcement was made, I was a bit underwhelmed.
Nells Ryan in the chat says it makes sense to cover Steam games here because PSVR2 can also be used on PC. You know what else can be used on PC? The Quest. So I guess we should cover that. I mean, A plus B equals C, so right. C minus B equals A. That was a random equation. I don't know if that's true. But actually, that does actually work. Actually, no. Sorry, I'm just making fun of you, Ryan. It might be. It might be. Listen, I think the Steam box will be my gateway into being more of a PC gamer, right? Because it's what I've always wanted. I wanted PC gaming minus the PC side of it. I'm on a PC all day long. I don't want to be on a PC at night. I want to sit back on my couch and play stuff. So I'm actually way more interested in that than I am like the Steam frame. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't fucking know. GameCato with the Australian 10 says, in regards to earlier, but I found it hard to get into 90s extreme skiing. There it is. But once I did, boy, the speed in the October Shreds update is the fastest goddamn thing on PSVR2 aside from V-Racer Hoverbike. It is really fast. I did played a bunch of the October Shred stuff, and it is super fast. And it's really fun. It's really fun.
I need to get on it.
Yeah. Wait, have you still not played it?
I have. I just didn't play the newest DLC. But I liked the foggy levels where it really got steep. I was like, yeah, because I used to ski, so it took a trip down memory lane, and I was like, yeah, this is great. This is great.
I skied once.
Yeah.
Yep. I didn't know how to stop, so I just sailed past everyone at the bottom of the hill and ended up in the parking lot. Good thing those were rental skis because I don't think you're supposed to ski on pavement.
No.
Yeah. And that was it. It was fun. I skied all day. It was great. I had a blast. Never went skiing again. I always was like, oh, maybe, I'll get into snowboarding. GameCato with the Australian $50. Jesus Christ, dude. Thank you so much. Between the gift memberships and all the tips, massive tips. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Especially GameCato. Holy shit. I'll probably pick up the Steam frame as my second headset, so I would love if you covered it on the channel, and I'm so up for seeing your opinions. So yeah, I'm down for Without Parole expanding its VR horizons. And P.S. Myles, cannot wait for Flat Out.
Good to hear.
We're gonna listen to everyone's opinions, right?
That's good.
Yeah.
I'd rather people said they can't wait for stuff than be like, oh, I don't care. So all good.
Yeah. One of the things keeping me from playing PC VR games is legit. Like, this is my computer right here, right? This is it, and this is where I work. And every single time I've dove into the Steam VR stuff for a preview show, like generally a show that Wes and I would do together, saying, "Oh, we're going to play this game that's coming to PSVR2. We're going to play this game that's coming to PSVR2, but we have to play the PC versions." Every single time I try to get ready for GamesCast, something has gone horribly wrong. Settings are, irreparably damaged, and I have to, reinstall something or fix something, and and I'm sure if it's something I did all the time, it wouldn't be an issue. It'd be like, oh, that's just how things work, and I know how they work now. But it's been a nightmare every single time to get just doing normal channel stuff, and so there is a part of me that's like, oh, that's cool, standalone Steam headset plays the library of Steam VR games. Again, it's all about simplicity. But I don't know. We'll see. I want to see the prices on some of these things. Did they already talk about I don't fucking remember. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We'll talk about it another time. You know what? Listen, this is such a viewer show. We're gonna take a viewer takeover question while we're at it. El Guapo GameCato. Or hashtag viewer takeover in the viewer takeover channel of our Discord. It said, happy 2 Eyes Friday. With the incredible lineup and release releases and upcoming PSVR2 games, our community is definitely eating well. Unfortunately, my wallet isn't quite as full as the game catalog. If you were in a similar tight spot, which titles would you prioritize buying first? I'm currently leaning towards Rush, Apex, and V-Racer out of principle, given how much our community asks for them. What are your must-buy recommendations?
I mean, from the get-go, it's V-Racer for me. Unless you do not like racing games. Like, that's the only thing. I think even for casual racers, the arcade aspect. And as I always do, give a disclaimer, I work for Impact Inc. You know, we're publishing the game, but this is a game that when we were bringing it to Quest now, I was playing it even on my time off because I couldn't believe how much fun this game is. And I think it's a game that's got a lot of legs if it keeps getting the support from the community and the devs keep adding to it. Some of the stuff that's been planned for the future is super exciting as well. So, yeah, V-Racer's at the top for me. Lumines Arise, I think, on the other end, a chill game, just otherworldly, and it's just wonderful. And it's like a different kind of immersion. Less about the realism, more about that my mind and senses have been transported somewhere. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I'm just really happy to be here. So I think those are my 2 votes for this month.
I mean, I like where El Guapo Game Cato's head is at. Because, you know, when we go, we bag, but please bring these games over. We can't wait. We really need these on our headset. If you support those developers who are doing the things that you want, I think that's super, super important. But it also comes down to just, you know, your own taste in games. And you know, there's so much shooting in VR, and there's so much high octane, like fast paced stuff that I am gonna go back to Lies and Rain. It felt like something. It felt like developers who were, you know, just really, really in tune with what the PSVR2 community wanted, and honestly, I think they need our help. I don't think their game is getting enough love. I don't think their game is getting enough support from the community. And I, more than any other studio, minus Vitruvius, right? I want to see what an Of Lies and Rain sequel looks like. And unless we all step up and support the studio, we're not going to see one. It's just not going to happen. So
right.
It's such an interesting time, Myles, right? Because it used to be when you say, hey, what games would you recommend? Be like, well, I had so much fun with this game. But the conversations we have now are so much deeper, right? When legit like a few hundred copies of a game selling or not selling is the difference between a studio continuing to make games or not. We need to have these different kinds of conversations. I hope VR gets to a place where we don't have to have these conversations. You can just say, hey man, like, you know, everything's great and just whatever. Because, you know, is enhanced games in trouble? No, enhanced games will be fine, right?
Sure, I hear.
Luminous, I love Luminous. I think Luminous is one of my favorite games of the year. It really is. I feel really fucking blessed to be in a position where like we got Luminous and Of Lies and Rain and Arcanage all in the same year, and I think all of those games are like, you know, above a 9 out of 10. And but like enhanced game's going to be fine. They released their game on the flat screen as well, and that's where majority of their sales is going to be. It's going to be totally fine, right? And so, you know, and I do understand that some people are going to be like, no, I don't care about studios. It's only about the game. And that is a 100% not just acceptable stance, but like the stance that most people should have.
Yep.
Right. But if you like something, you got to support the people who are doing it, or you will not see them do anything else. That's my little PSA for the day.
That's great.
Yep.
And I'm with you. I'd love to see what. I mean, I've got a lot more to play of the game, but I'm definitely would love to see what they could do with the next one. Yeah.
It's a great matter. Says don't forget Hitman. That was also this year. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I thought we were talking about this month.
Great game. Yeah.
So far.
Yeah, exactly. I went on a tangent about like all my favorite games of the year and stuff like that. But yeah, Hitman's another good one. And dude, I can't wait for the shit to settle down so I can finally play more of Hitman and review it. Right. But I'm just trying to stay on top of the new stuff at the moment. Hey, Myles, you played Hotel Infinity, didn't you, this week?
I did.
Speaking of new games, I want to hear your take on that.
Yeah. I had a really good time with it, and very much like your review from the get-go, I was like, oh my god, this is a game that's made for room scale in a really awesome way. I didn't play it in room scale, and the reason I didn't was because on my live stream I'm on camera and I can't. I actually turned full locomotion on, and then I'm always willing to say maybe I deselect it again. It glitched. It then was, but I got stuck on the rotating door at the entrance like you did, which kills the immersion when from the get go.
Yeah.
But and then I've rolled credits now on the game. The final trophy of completing Chapter 5 hasn't popped. I've redone it twice, and I'm very annoyed about it. But I really like this game. But I definitely in the later chapters I noticed it a lot more, which is what you touched on your review. I feel like I might have been a bit more critical in my final thoughts on my Let's Play had I got further. Because in the later levels where you're looking over the big maze and over like big vast space, I do wish the picture quality was sharper, because I wasn't getting that feeling of like, wow, I'm going across a ledge. You feel like, yeah, I'm in a game and kind of stuff. And the environments are great, like, and vast and interesting. And there's way too many glitches with your hands disappearing. There was so many tasks where I'd have to switch what hand I'm using because the other hand had just disappeared. But the way I summarized it was, this feels less of a puzzle game. It has puzzle elements. I don't think the puzzles are particularly complicated, and it just felt more of an art gallery, like an art exhibition, but in VR. I just found it a really awesome experience overall. So it's one of those things that I'm like, I'm glad games like this exist, because it really shows you what the medium is capable of. And there was always a game I wanted to see come to VR, which was, I think it's called Subliminal, which is the game. It's a flat screen game where, depending on the angle you look at items, you can change the sizes of them. And so when I saw the trailer of this, I thought, oh, it might scratch that itch. And in some ways it does.
Yeah.
The game's not particularly deep, but I think it's a fun time. But it needs a lot more optimization. As you say, it should look a lot sharper for PSVR2, because there's a lot of really cool stuff to see here.
Yeah. It's interestingly enough, William Chire himself commented on my review just a couple hours ago.
Nice.
And, acknowledging that, yeah, this game wasn't built for analog sticks, and that's where a lot of the problems are coming from. And essentially being like, there was a big internal debate about whether they should add that accessibility option and let people who don't have the space play it. And ultimately they decided, obviously, that, yeah, they should.
Right.
And I think it's to their detriment, because there's only one walk speed and there's one turn speed. And even at the relatively slow walk speed and the relatively slow turn speed, it's so much faster than what you would be doing if you were walking around your room all by yourself.
Yes.
And when I switched over to room scale and really was like stepping down the hallway and just, it's like, this, yeah, I get it. I fucking get it. Right. This is what, and as showing in the trailer, like you kind of look back and forth, and
yeah.
And with the analog sticks, everything gets boring real fast. Right. You go down a hallway, you turn, and you I know it's going to be different when I turn than it's supposed to be. Right. And then you take another turn and I know that's going to be different too. And it just becomes rote. It becomes routine. It becomes expected. But when for whatever reason, when you're taking those steps yourself, you get to take it in. You're almost forced to take it in, and it works better that way. Right. So interesting. Yeah, Colin Love says it's okay to have room scale only games. I agree. I feel like they should have put in a little more faith in the player. But I get they also want to sell more copies of the game, and it sucks, because I think it does ruin the experience a little bit. However, Myles, all I can think of is you should have done room scale, and then you just occasionally walk past the camera. It would have been hilarious.
True.
Like, where's Myles? There he is. Oh, there he goes.
To be honest, I was doing it on the beginning bit when it had done room scale, and you're doing that bit where you're following the footsteps on the floor and some of that. Parasite 82 Green 19 in the chat says, Myles, I think it is called Superliminal, mate, not Subliminal. Yeah, Superliminal. True. That's the one. Yeah, dude, you're right. As soon as you're using the sticks, it spoils the magic because you're like, oh yeah, I'm just turning left and left. Because you're doing it, as you say, because you're doing it so fast. You kind of like, you're not treating it like a room. You're just treating it like a corridor just to get around and that. So I definitely would love to play it again.
But yeah, it's still, you know, like no matter what, whether I do room scale or room scale is the way to play it. I tell people in the review, just don't buy it if you're going to do analog sticks. But if you are doing room scale, it's not bad. It's not bad. Very interesting. Some very cool perspective things going on, and I enjoyed it enough. But yeah, I don't know.
You didn't get tangled in your cable playing on room scale?
No.
I
mean, I didn't. I get it. You know, like I stepped on my cable a lot, and I was like, oh, I must be over here right now, right? Because otherwise, you have no idea where in your play space you are. But every time I stepped on my cable, I was like, I think I know where I am. Okay. You know.
So you weren't halfway through the playthrough and like, I'm finding it hard to breathe.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Oh man.
Okay. All right. Let's move on a little bit.
Did you play Audio Trip?
No, I've not played Audio Trip. Have you played Audio Trip?
I have. Well, we'll talk about it another time.
Okay.
I hadn't played it on PSVR2, and I was really. It's an impacting game, so that's why we should just move on. But I was impressed with the implementation of it.
Yeah, you guys are getting massively screwed. I didn't review Trombone Champ. I didn't review Audio Trip.
Dude.
Yep.
Oh, is that? Yeah, that's right. Hopefully you do RoboQuest.
Yeah, that's listen. This next week is RoboQuest, Battlemarked, and Richie's Plank Experience. Fortunately, one of those you can guess which one is going to be a Brian bite, right?
Anyway. It that Planky VR shovelware game? Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, listen, Richie's Plank is going to be a Brian bite. I do not need to spend 9 minutes talking about Richie's Plank Experience, but I think there's enough cool stuff going on there where it does absolutely need some coverage. And so I'm going to do a Brian bite for that. But the other two are going to be full-fledged reviews, and they're all coming out on the same goddamn day, Myles. Why does this have to happen? Anyway, and yeah.
Should we delay RoboQuest into 2026? Is that what you're asking?
No, let's just fucking tear off the Band-Aid and get it over with, man. I need it. I'm going to take a month off when 2026 gets here. Yeah. Anyway, comic book guy with the 10 quid says, talking about Flat Out lately. I remember I have been. Sorry, I can't speak. I have been playing. I always screw up on comic book guy's tips. It's always comic book guy.
Oh.
I feel bad. He says, talking about flat out lately, I have been playing Burnout Paradise Remastered, the 2018 remaster. I forgot how fun the Burnout games are. Sadly, EA seems to have forgotten about it. Dude, I don't remember a lot of people liking Paradise, but I loved it. I think they took Burnout and kind of did the open world thing with it. I just remember crashing through billboards and being like, oh, I get to do that 47 more times. Awesome. Right. I had a lot of fun with, I didn't play the remastered one. I just played it on PS3. PS3? Yeah. PS3.
It was PS3 because then they did a remaster for PS4.
Right. But yeah, arcade racers, man. Definitely need more of those. Definitely need more of those. Yeah. I don't know. Anytime I bring up arcade racers, people have their own ones that they are fond of, and like things like Revolt and all these oddball ones always pop up. But man, I need like Crash Team Racing remastered. I need Rage Racer. I need Burnout. Were those my arcade racers? There's got to be something else I'm missing. There's that game that's coming out that's like looks kind of like Virtua Racing, and dude said like if there's enough. He'll think about doing PSVR2 support for it, which would be amazing because it's I've been wanting Virtua Racing in VR for the entire time I've been playing VR. Now I just need Sega to do Crazy Taxi and I can retire. Okay. Skelly says gaming.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. You first.
Colin Loves in chat said, Audio Trip is great, but I miss half of the shapes because I'm doing my own dance. Like, I respect that.
Scally says, gaming with the level 1 membership says, will the GameCube be compatible with VR headsets?
You mean other VR headsets? Well, yeah, I assume it will be, because isn't the whole point of it is it can just be used as a PC? So you would be able to use your PlayStation VR headset with it.
I guess.
That's my guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. And so instead of like doing the Steam frame, right? Could I just get the PC adapter and plug my PSVR2 headset into it? VR Resistance says yes. He said it's a PC. Yeah, right. It says PC it's a PC with very specific specs. Yeah. All right. Cool. Midnight Club. Good shout, Parasite. Midnight Club was great. Carmageddon says Thundercat. Yep. Micro Machine. Dude, I feel like Micro Machine VR would be great. Isn't there a Micro Machine VR on Quest? I feel like we just had this conversation very recently. I
was mentioning it last week when we were playing the Monster Mansion VR game, because I said it was fun. And I said it should, if it had multiplayer and a Micro Machines mode to it, it would be amazing.
So it was with you last week. Is that what it was?
Yeah. Or the week before. Did we miss last Friday?
No, there's no way to find out. There's no way to know.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Never know.
Nope.
It's all a blur.
Bro, every day. I honestly, I'm just constantly shocked by the calendar. I've been so busy in sleeping in 3 to 4 hour stints. and then I look at the calendar and it's 3 days later and I'm like, wait, what happened to the last 3 days? I'm living and dying by embargoes. That's my whole life right now. 100%. I do not have, not that I have much of a personal life to begin with, but I'm 100% operating solely on embargoes and playing whatever game I have to play right then because that embargo's next. And now I have 3 games with the same.
Crushing it, dude.
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Dude, the last November you have been in overdrive. Feels like the good old days of Without Parole.
My hair's falling out. Can you tell? It's legit it's splotchy. There's just big chunks of missing hair. All right. Wait. What else?
Take care of yourself, Brian.
I told you I'm taking all of January off. So no one release games in January, please. Or I'll have to be done with my break. I played the Phasmo update last night, Myles. Have you played Nells Diner yet in Phasmophobia?
No, and so many of my friends got invited to a Nells Diner event in London, and it looked very, very fun. But they're not VR gamers.
What was that about?
I don't know. Phasmo just did an event. They had Nells Diner. Is it Nells or Nells?
I mean, I think it's Nells. I've been calling it Nells for a long time, and no one's corrected me.
I love the aesthetic of it. To be honest, I don't think I played when they did. Didn't they do an update of another location a month or 2 ago? Maybe not. Maybe they didn't. I thought they did.
Did they do an overhaul? No, they didn't do an overhaul.
No. I just meant another location. They added another location recently, but maybe not.
Not to my knowledge, but I could be wrong. Let me tell you, it had been a very long time since I had played Phasmophobia. As you guys know, what happens is I play the crap out of a game for review, and then once the review is done, I never go back to it. Right? And I kind of knew that was happening with Phasmo, just because you just get wrapped up with the other games, all the games that need to be reviewed. And so I spent 90-something hours with Phasmo, and then I just forgot that it existed. And a lot of shit's changed, man. A lot of shit's changed. Yeah, I guess I stopped into the Grafton Farmhouse update, Nick. I guess that's probably the last time. Ace Gamer says that's Nick Ulo that Brian's playing with. I can tell by the avatar. It is Nick. Nick and I went and played over an hour last night, close to 90 minutes, just in Nell's Diner, playing again and again and again. And I don't know if this is good footage or not. I apologize for anyone watching because, again, We had some successful hunts and a couple unsuccessful, and but we had a blast the entire time. And I got to tell you that I was scared as if it was the very first fucking time I'd ever played Phasmo.
Really?
I was a terrible companion. I was not doing great, and I forgot all the basics, right? Like just about finding the room that you should be working in to begin with, right? I forgot about UV lights and temperature gauges. So I'm just taking random shit off the wall. I'm like, let's head in, and Nick's doing all the real work. Meanwhile, every single time there's a ghost event or the ghost hunts, I'm losing my fucking shit. Like I'm a 2-year-old. Like it's terrifying. Plus, it's not a place you're familiar with, right? Because I've done all the other maps so many times that I got pretty familiar with hiding spots and generally like where to go and what to do. This is brand new location. And I got to tell you, whoever designed this map, this is Nells Diner, has worked in a restaurant before. I guarantee it. Right. I guarantee it, because it is just, you walk into the kitchen and it's the same fucking weird ass orange tile with the black grout from all the fucking dirt over the years that every kitchen I've ever worked in my entire life has had, along with white tile on the wall. I mean, like it all just seemed like a very real place. So despite the fact that Phasmo still has crazy aliasing issues, crazy frame rate issues, it's
jank.
And jank, right? There are doors that you that you just should be able to push open like any restaurant, right? No door handles. What a mess. So there's still a door problem in Phasmo. And so, but we did the Easter egg, the Easter egg hunt thing where, very cool reveal, just like the lighthouse. And then we did about 5 or 6 hunts, and it was a blast. This might be my favorite map.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. A lot of it's because it's just different, right?
Yeah.
So we have so many houses, the farmhouses, residents, right? And then I've always thought that the school and the asylum were just too fucking big, right? It takes too long by the time you figure out where the ghost room is. It's like, oh man, it's like we're all in danger now because it's been 20 minutes and we just found the ghost room. But this is small enough where you should be able to find the ghost room fast enough. I love the aesthetic of it with the flashing blue and red lights. As you walk in, there was a moment where I went back to in the Nells Diner sign, just like on the side of the road, is gigantic in VR. It looks great. And there was a time where I was like running back to the van to grab some more equipment. And as I'm coming back in, I see Nick running back and forth down the, in front of the bar, like through the windows in the front. And I'm just like, this is so cool, man. This is so cool. This wouldn't be nearly as impactful on the flat screen. Whatever. If you can deal with the jank, the typical Phasmo jank, then, I mean, it's just such a great experience. I love this game. And it's really convinced me that I need to spend more time with it because I need to get back into the habit of being good at this. I was never great, but I wasn't bad. I spent lots of hours with this game and I started getting used to all the different ghosts and all that shit. And man, I'm so bad at it now.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to check this. I think that's what makes a lot of the maps, the scariest maps scariest, is because they feel real. They don't feel like, oh, okay, it's a home, so they've just got some, they got a couch and stuff. Like, it feels like you're in a real lived home. And the campsite one, I remember as a kid when I was in the Cubs camping and how dark it was and eerie and sort of been there. So like, yeah, this diner looks like they've done a good job with it and will be terrifying for all those reasons.
Yeah. Myles,
Brian,
it is official. The thing that people have been asking for so long, being able to buy a second set of sense controllers. Awesome. You can now do that. You can now buy a second set of sense controllers. And you have to go to apple.com, which I think is hilarious, right? Apple does what Nintendo don't, or what Sony don't.
Or what PlayStation doesn't, yeah.
Right. That's the wrong button. Hold on a second. Where is the...
Oh, I'm on it now. I'm on the page. Wow, look at that.
Are you on the apple.com store? Yeah, let me bring it up for everybody. Here it is.
I am.
$250, you get the pair of Sense controllers and you get a charging station. Listen, I don't think this is the worst deal ever, right? It's not great. It's really not great, right? But mostly because they force you to buy the charging dock with it, which is $50. You probably already have a charging dock. How many charging docks do you need? If you're me, you need 2. But I will say, as much as I was sort of against like needing 2 charging docks, the dongles come with the charging dock. They don't come with the controllers, right? So if you only have 1 charging dock, you're going to have to take those freaking dongles out of your controllers and switch them every single time you switch controllers, which is like wear and tear on the USB-C port and just kind of a pain in the butt, right? And so like there's a part of me that's like, just get the stupid fucking charging dock. And then you can have dongles in both of them and you're good to go. But here's the reason I'm going to say this is a terrible idea. $250. Black Friday is almost here.
Yep.
Right? And so while I highly doubt Apple.com is going to have a sale, what you are going to find are sales on the PSVR2 headset itself, which comes with 2 Sense controllers, right? Now, GameStop already, if GameStop has refurbished PSVR2 headsets for like $270. I looked at their site before GamesCast. $270 for that. And then I saw somebody post on Reddit. Here we go. I can find this. Somebody posted on Reddit that BJ's. Do you have BJ's over there, Myles?
No.
It's like a wholesale club.
Oh, a store. No. Okay, sorry. I was thinking about something else.
Are we making a dick sucking joke?
I don't know what we're talking about.
My God, this is the largest picture ever. All I'm doing is just sizing it down again and again and again. Crap.
But yeah, no, we don't have BJ's in the UK.
All right, here I'm just going to cover the whole.
As in we don't have the store BJ's in the UK.
Right. I was going to say, I'm not going to make a joke about that. I'm desperately trying not to. Okay, so in the bottom left-hand corner of the BJ's ad, which they don't have in the UK, this is some holiday sales going on, and so they got the Horizon bundle for $289, which is only $40 more. You get a complete second backup headset. You can gift Horizon to somebody, or you've got or you can have it for yourself if you don't own it already. Right? So I honestly think this is the better deal right here. This is the better deal. So just wait. Don't rush off to Apple.com and spend $250 on the highest price Sense controllers and charger you'll ever see. I think that you will find something more appropriate for yourself for much cheaper by the end of the holiday season.
Man. Well, I've got to say, BJ's sound really good over there.
BJ's are good everywhere, Myles.
But at $289.99 for that.
That's an expensive BJ.
Oh, I mean, that would. Yeah.
I was trying not to make jokes about sucking dick.
What?
Okay.
What PSVR2 game's that? Okay, never mind.
Parasite 82 with the £2 getting us away from this topic of conversation says Destruction Derby VR not existing in VR is a crime. Or Destruction Derby VR not existing is a crime. Yeah. It's flat out about crashing into each other, right? It's a Destruction Derby-ish kind of racing. That's what it is.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Just making sure. I don't think I've ever played a flat out game. I don't think I have. So, so
I hadn't either. To be honest, I first knew about it once I heard that we were doing it. I was like, okay, I think I've heard of this. But yeah, Destruction Derby, the original one, I remember playing as a kid, and I was
on PS1, the Psygnosis game.
I played it on PC. Yeah, I played it on PC though, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, you're right. It was on PlayStation as well.
The second one was like just amazing, like by comparison, like so well optimized. I just remember my eyes being like, "Oh my god, I can't believe Destruction Derby 2 looks and plays this good on a PlayStation 1." Oh, I was mesmerized. Yep.
But yeah, definitely a crime. Although not as much as a crime. Jamie Feltham on the VR Game Showcase you know, the One More Thing. It was the character bank game that I thought looked cool. Always like to see. I was hoping that Jamie Felton, his One More Thing was going to be releasing the Epstein files, and I was pretty disappointed for that. Thought that was a big missed opportunity.
We don't need Jamie for that. We'll get that shit covered.
Yeah, all right. You going to do it now?
Right now? No.
You going to release them now?
There's a lot of documents, man. It's a lot of documents. Yeah,
This
I wouldn't
week.
even know where to do that, and I wouldn't know how to do it for the. I wouldn't know how to do it for the podcast listeners. That's the big problem.
You do it as breaking news. Hey, it's Brian Paul here with another breaking news story.
This is what we do on the channel. Jesus Christ. No, I'll leave that to the professionals. A Stockton. Oh my God. A Stockton 121. God, I don't like these ads. Your profile picture is so familiar, man. I have no idea. I have no idea what your actual name is. It's gonna drive me crazy.
Oh man.
With a $2 tip says, "Miss you guys. Been gone, recovering from cancer."
Man, kick the big C's ass. Much love.
Yep. Congratulations on kicking the big C's ass. I hate that I can't just click on your. Oh, go to channel. Holy shit! I can go to channel. Man, it's Man Bear Pig Game Cat. It's Man Bear Pig Game Cat. Holy shit! Wow. See, I knew I recognized.
Half man,
PFP.
Half bear, half pig. Super cereal.
We love you, man.
Huge love.
I was gonna say keep up the good work, but just keep up whatever you're doing. Game Cato with the Australian $5 says, I bought 2 docks to have 2 dongles for my 2 pairs.
Beg your pardon?
2 dongles and 2 pairs. Sounds very sexy. So handy. I have 2 pairs of controllers because my first PSVR2 died after 1 year. Probably the day after the warranty ran out. Right? Yeah, I was. Oh man, I had the Collective Minds charging station because they sent it to me for review, and I was like, in my comparison video, Myles, I was like, oh, the Collective Minds one is so much better for this reason, and that reason, and this reason, and that reason. And you know what one I end up using? The fucking official Sony one. I have 2 official Sony ones, and I don't know where the Collective Minds one is. My apartment is so small. Where is it? Where is it? I don't know. It's like I probably shoved it under the bed or something and just haven't had a chance to clean out under there. So crazy. So ultimately I changed my mind over time because of the small footprint of the Sony dock. I think the Collective Mind does the magnetization better. You can just drop the controllers on it and it goes, just like sucks it in, right?
Yeah.
You got to be real careful with the official charging dock because it's very easy for your controllers not to charge when you place them down on that.
Dude, I had it on my Rush VR Let's Play. I picked up and it's like, left controller is low on battery. I'm like, no, I've had it charged all day.
That's
all day.
The worst. Oh.
But at least they charge quick. Like, you can literally leave them on there for 10 minutes and then you'll get enough to last you a while. But you know, with Rush VR, that's going to be using battery. The amount of haptics that uses. Jesus Christ.
Right.
That's amazing.
And shout out again. Jeez, Kim Cato, man. Exhausting his entire bank account with us today. Oh my god,
he is turning the chat green. Jesus Christ, amazing.
Here's the funny thing. In the list of names I see right now in the chat, the only gray name I see is Gray Matter Shits. How appropriate. Right? One of these days you're going to get gifted a membership and you're going to have to change your name to Green Matter Shades.
You have to opt in for the have a chance to be given a membership. I found sometimes it says, do you want to be offered it?
Oh, really?
And then recently, I don't know if this has always been the case, but it will give free memberships to even people that aren't currently in the live chat. I assume it's just people that have been subscribed before, which is kind of cool. Because I'll have people come to the live stream going, oh, I've just been notified. I've just been membership. Thank you. But yeah, why weren't you here? Why weren't you here?
Right. How dare you have an actual life?
Hey.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
This is ridiculous. Very ridiculous.
This is like church. You don't skip Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
What if I don't go to church, Miles?
Okay, that's fine. This is church. This is the real church. This is the Church of Brian Paul.
Listen, people already think we're a cult. You're not. You're not helping the accusations. Thank you, GameCato, for the 10 more without Parole gift memberships. Unbelievable. Prozac 380 with the $2 tip says, "Don't feel bad, Miles. No BJ's here for me either."
No. Is it like a supermarket or electronic store? Store.
It's kind of a membership type. It's very much Walmart like membership club.
Okay.
Right, but most of the stuff you buy there is like in bigger quantities, right? So you generally don't buy a jar of pickles. You buy like a massive jar of pickles.
Gotcha. Like right. Costco, we've got over here in Macro to like their big
yeah, we have
stores,
Costco's identical to BJ's.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think we also have Sam's Club, which is I think owned by the same people who own Walmart, but I think BJ's was the first one, and then we saw Sam's Club, and then we saw Costco. I don't know. No BJ's. Not
in the UK, no.
I don't know, man. I got other stuff here on the Run Show, but honestly, it's stuff that it's stuff that's all gonna be in PSVR this week anyway.
This week.
And I don't think there's a whole lot to say about a lot of it.
Do you want to just whiz through them quickly? I don't actually have the Run Show in front of me.
I purposely didn't give it to you, so that if I had to ditch things along the way.
Go on. Yeah. Just give us a tease. What's coming up in this week?
Well, I guess. Let's talk about this one. There are hints that the Secret of the Mimic's VR mode is just about ready.
Wow.
And somehow, crap.
Just in time for Halloween.
You know, why do I prep things? Because it's nowhere near where it needs to be. I don't even know how to do this right now. Open this. How can we do this instead? And then do this, and then move this down, and slide that down. Okay, we slide that down, and then we scale this really, really small, and then we open the other one. I don't know if this is going to work or not, Miles. We're going to find out real quick.
There you go. You're watching live, guys. You're watching production in real time.
Bro, this is why we need a producer on the show, right? So we can just hang out and chat, and I don't have to be thinking about changing trailers and bringing up images.
Come on, Tornado. Like get it together.
She's sleeping.
Tornado needs to learn some production skills.
So again, posted on Reddit. Yeah, for real. Learn how to edit. Jesus Christ.
Learn how to switch scenes. Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah. So this is the changelog for Secret of the Mimic, Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic over on Steam, and this was yesterday. Yesterday they literally added the tag for VR support for Secret of the Mimic. Now this has been going on for a while, Miles. This has been going on for a while, right? Leading up to launch, we saw Steel Wool Studios. Did I get that right? Literally showing off Secret of the Mimic at conventions using a PSVR2 headset. So we said, this is great. They think this is the way to play the game. They think this is selling people on the game. This is amazing. And so obviously we thought that, this is clearly going to be ready for launch. And then as we get closer to launch, they stripped that shit out and said, sorry, it's just not going to be there. Right? They're like, it's still coming. It's still coming. And then they kind of went real quiet about it. But they always assured us it's still coming. And then yesterday,
did the flat screen version reviewed well?
Yeah. I mean, listen, it depends on who you talk to. Obviously, Five Nights at Freddy's fans are they're rabid, right? They love what they love. They don't like what they don't like, and so you're gonna get a mix of opinions from that group, and then from more casual FNAF fans. I think at least the casual FNAF fans were like, hey, this is what we wanted. We wanted a full-fledged actual game that didn't feel like a collection of mini games, right? Where you have full commotion, you walk around freely and you explore and you get to do the thing, where you play a game. But since this was such a radical departure from what FNAF has done previously, you're going to get those really big mixed opinions.
Yeah.
But this is really exciting because, again, it is a game-ass game. It is not a collection of mini games, and I think it's going to scare the fuck out of Myles.
Oh,
And more than any other reason, that's why I want the VR mode to exist, is so that we have an excuse to torture Myles just a little bit more. Put him in his mankini and watch him suffer. I'm excited for it.
I think I've done all the horror games that are out now. Yeah.
Well,
so yeah.
Just as you thought you were good to go.
Safe, yeah. Actually, no, that's not true. I've got to play. Is it Get Out?
Yeah, that is the thing.
Yeah, I need to get that sorted.
Yep. I will say this. I guess it sounds like you're in luck for another VR game that was supposed to come out in November. Maid of Sker VR was announced literally the last day in September. It was literally the last day of September. They said, hey, this game's coming in November. Maid of Sker VR. So you would think, Myles, that would be... I mean, that's such a short window, right? Like literally, it could launch anytime from, 4 weeks from now to 8 weeks from now. You would think that they were like firing on all cylinders. They're ready to go, right? No issues. This is just a thing. Apparently not a thing. Because, again, over on Steam, we're using Steam as a big reference here. Is this an indicator of where the channel's heading? Is it becoming a PSVR channel? No, it's not. But over on Steam, the release date for Maid of Sker VR has changed from November 2025 to March 2026. There's been no official word from Wales Interactive about this. So, and there's never, and I don't say, as far as I know, there's never been a PlayStation Store listing for this game. So, without an official word from the studio, all we have is the date change over on Steam. And my guess is that if it's delayed on Steam, it's delayed everywhere. The last I checked, the MetaQuest store still has the same November release window.
All right.
Just saying. So
and we've also got
yeah,
we've got Brain Rot Tongue coming out, which looks horrific as well.
Why do we love the shovelware so much, Myles?
I don't love it, but I know that I just feel it's our duty to push back against it. But it's getting ridiculous now. Like the VR Pools one that came out like a couple of weeks before Pools VR came out. Actually, Pools VR is coming out a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's the week after this week. This upcoming week, I mean. So it'll be on PSVR this week, next week.
right, yeah. So they do that, and then you got the Richie's Plank, and you got this VR. That hasn't come out yet. What's it called again? It's called Plank VR
Plank.
Edgewalk Simulator.
Yeah,
that is what it's called, and it's by Noodles Game World. I mean, honestly, guys, when you look at the trophy list for a lot of these shovelware games, the way they're written, it is the same. It's the Chris Bain hero. It is a shell company that has all these smaller companies that does all this shovelware stuff. And yeah, it's ridiculous.
Did I tell you I played Abyss Backrooms Pools Horror VR?
Oh, you did play it?
Yeah, I didn't just play it. I finished it.
Yeah, in like
17 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Sirens on my end. Yeah.
Did you find any of the monsters in it?
Did I find any of the monsters? Are there not only 2 monsters?
There are 2 monsters, but I didn't see any of them on my playthrough.
You didn't see any of them?
No.
Okay, wait, hold on a second. Okay, so just so everyone knows, and this is something, I only played it and I bought it so I could do a Brian bite, and just because I thought of so many funny things to say about it, and I really wanted to do a Brian bite, but and I probably will when I have a little bit more time. A lot of shovelware Brian bites coming up. There's sharks in the first level. Like where it looks like this with the white tile on the wall and a lot of water. I think the water looks pretty good.
It's
right?
randomized, or it could be. There's a squid creature as well. It can be
Really?
with massive teeth. Yeah. Because I went back in to play it because I wanted to. I thought I'll go and do the platinum. Trophies are broken. But yeah,
Oh, Jesus.
yeah.
Well,
so
yeah. So the shark ones are funny.
Thing.
Yeah, because it looks like they gave shark arms, and so he's like, what? Right? Which is disturbing for a second, and then it's just kind of funny. And you're like, how close to this thing can I get? Because I just kind of want to giggle at it. And then the other monster at the end of the backroom section is like as you're approaching. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I thought that this monster appeared scripted, right? Because I saw the final door of the final room, the final level in the game, and as I'm approaching it, everything slowed down, and I hear doom 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 doom.
Really?
Right behind me, and I looked back, and holy shit, there's a monster! Like there he is. He's in the trailer.
He is in trailers.
Yeah, it's like, oh well, way to show your entire game in the trailer. And I was like, oh shit, and I sort of stopped and just looked at it, and I was like, oh, you're not even gonna let me get killed by him. He's walking so slow. He's just there to scare me during the final seconds of the game. And so I just walked up and opened the door, and it was done. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing.
This is the worst shovelware I've played.
This is the worst shovelware you played?
I think on PSVR2, I think it is the worst one. Yeah. Because at least critical shooter where SWAT rescue thing, like there is a game there. It's completely not optimized. There is not a game here. Like,
I mean, they put you in a maze, right? That's what both of these levels are, right? It's just wandering around looking for the key, and then once you have the key, looking for the door, and it's just it's a maze. So I mean, sure. Is it a game? Not a good one. Not a good one.
It is the worst shovelware. I mean, we should have a discussion sometime of like worst shovelwares.
Yeah. I'm down. And no one will watch, which is fine, but we'll get a kick out of it. Comic book guy with the 5 quid says, I don't know if you mentioned it, but a Men in Black game, I forgot about this, by CodeSync has been seen on the Meta store. And sorry, my spelling isn't great. No, it's trust me, it's my brain, not your spelling. Yeah, there is a Men in Black game on Sony Pictures Corporation by CodeSync, and that's all I know. Do we have a trailer yet? Men in Black VR. Let's find out. 4 years ago. Nope, that's not VR. Men in Black Most Wanted. Nope, that's 1 hour ago. Hold on a second. Hold on. From 1 hour ago, IGN VR, of all places, posted a video. Let's take a look at this together, because if it's like Starship Troopers, it could make its way over here eventually, right? It is a Sony property. Just saying. You ready to watch this thing, Myles? Here, let's go full screen and bring it up. And Starship Troopers ended up being a lot of fun. Like, not great visually or anything like that, but it was still a fun game. All right, let's see. Men in Black Most Wanted. Here it is. I didn't check to see if there's any actual gameplay. I don't know. Oh boy. I guess this would have been better with sound. My bad. Welcome to Without Parole, where there's never not audio issues. Oh wow, they really didn't show much gameplay. They showed like the weapon design and yeah, that's kind of it. Holy shit. All right. Well, I mean, whatever. CodeSync has made good games.
Yeah.
Hopefully this will be good. That's all I got. No, this is the first. So, comic book guy. Clearly, this is the first time I've seen the trailer, but somebody was talking about it over on Discord earlier today, and that's the only reason I knew about it. So, we'll see. Some good stuff going on.
So, CodeSync, they did obviously Jurassic World, and then they did Aspire. Oh, no, not Aspire. Esper. Was it Esper, the puzzle game
Oh,
on PSVR?
I wouldn't have remembered that was them, but sure. But that was a good puzzle game. Did they not also do? Oh, it was them in Neat Corp that did budget cuts.
Oh yeah, I'm just going on their website now. Supported games, so they supported budget cuts. Yeah, Gang Beasts, which obviously is not VR, and excuse me. Oh, they supported Micro Machines VR racing.
Oh, it all comes full circle. We should probably just end the show now.
and Dead Hungry, they supported.
Oh, Dead Hungry, the Q Games food truck game on PSVR 1. I actually Dead Hungry was good. That was fun.
I never played it, but I remember you saying it was alright.
Colin Loves in the chat says, anyone remember Fear Effect? Yeah, man, my copy from Limited Run Games on Switch is coming soon. Fear Effect is so good. I love Fear Effect. It's like survival horror motif but with full motion video backgrounds. Mm-hmm. So good. I hope we get Fear Effect 2 on Switch as well. Those games came on 4 discs back in the day because it was how much full motion video they packed into every single scene's background. It's crazy. PS1 gamers represent. Sorry, more sirens on my end. Myles, you want to do a 4-minute challenge and call it a day?
Yeah, let's do it. Am I coming up with or is it you? All right,
It's me. Even though we didn't do a show on Wednesday, we had to keep the rotation proper.
No,
so
absolutely. Proper, right. Very proper.
Proper. You guys know how this works. I've chosen a PSVR or PSVR2 game. And it's up to you guys out there and Myles over here to figure out what game that might be. You only have 4 minutes, but an infinite number of yes or no questions to ask during that time. So suggest good questions in the chat, and then suggest good games it might be based on my answers. Myles, are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be, Brian.
That's a no. All right. Hopefully I have the store listing up. Nobody look at the reflection in my window to figure out what game it might be, because I'm gonna have to block the reflection. On your mark. Get Des. There it is. Go.
Did we talk about it on today's show?
I don't think so, but I forgot what game it was. Oh, no, we did not. No, we didn't. No, I just brought it up. No, we didn't.
This is a new question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a game that you've played more than once? Like after reviewing it or covering it, did you actually play it again?
Nope.
No.
But I did review it.
Okay, and did you give it? Was it good? Was it above a 7 out of 10?
I think it was right around that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to some of the crux of it. Has it got multiplayer?
There is a multiplayer mode.
So the main game is single player?
Yes. I would consider it that, yes.
And is the multiplayer the single player mode with more people, or it's its own thing, right?
It's its own thing.
Okay, cool. Does it have has it gone for realism in its presentation? No. No. So
not
would you describe it as cartoony?
Yes.
Okay, so it is cartoony. Okay. And in terms of main mechanics, do you have full locomotion?
Yes.
Are you playing as a person?
No.
Okay. Are you playing as a but you have hands?
Yes.
Okay, so you're a robot?
No.
You're an alien?
No.
Okay. Is it? Are you doing a lot of platforming in this game?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And would you say that there's a bit of a spring in your step as you're moving around the map?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
I love how confident you were though for a second. Yeah.
Are you playing as an animal?
Yes.
Okay. Are you shooting? Do you shoot in this game?
I don't I don't think so. Oh, crap.
Okay.
I don't remember now. But no, that's not. No. Nope. No. No, you're not.
Do you attack enemies in the game?
You do attack in the game.
And is it with melee?
Yeah.
And can you jump on their heads?
Maybe. I mean, you can. I don't know if it does anything.
Are you playing as a monkey?
No.
Why are people saying games that aren't even out yet? It's on PSVR2, right?
Yes.
Is it on
35
PSVR?
seconds. That's not. No.
I think this might be a game that I've not played yet. Are you playing as a demon?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
I'm assuming that it's this game that Looper has said. I'm just going to go because we're going to run out of time. Is it No More Rainbows?
Myles, coming out all the way back in the year of our Lord, 2025. January 16, 2025. In fact, it is No More Rainbows.
Nice.
You didn't play No More Rainbows?
No, it's I actually still need to get a copy of it. Yeah, never played it. Which I've always wanted to because I've heard nothing but great things. So I've actually got a complete blind spot with it as well.
It's the gorilla tag form of movement, which is very close to the stilt form of movement. So you were like right on the right track. It's very colorful world, cartoony world. The enemies are, I don't know, man. I think you're just beating up LGBTQ people the whole game. I think that's kind of what's happening here. You like No More Rainbows is like, it's a game that I really hope is sending the message that I think it's sending, and not the message that it totally could possibly be sending. But it was fun, and I love destroying things, and the game just had a good sense of humor about it. And
awesome.
Yeah, and the level design was great. It got really challenging toward the later parts of the levels, and it's just I don't know, man. I feel like they kind of dropped this on the PlayStation Store and then never updated it, and it could use a little bit of love, but it was fun while it lasted for sure.
And well done to Looper helping me out with that one, because that was a blind spot of mine. And God, especially when I was going through, like, it's not aliens, it's not robots, it's not humans. Jesus Christ, what is that? Animals? And I definitely need to let's play it. I've got just under 45 titles to go now. Well, it's funny, man. I was at that like a week ago, but with all the games coming out, it's just budging not at all. But yeah, that's definitely one I'm excited to play. Unlike
yeah. Oh man, I reviewed it. I want to say I gave it a 7. I want to say
you did. Yeah, you did review it. Yeah.
Yep. Ace Gamer with the 1337 says, "Did you do the thing?" I didn't do the thing. I didn't render the footage for the thing. So maybe on Monday's show. Maybe on Monday's show. And you know what? I think we got 2 things to do on Monday's show. We got to do the AJ thing that we talked about, right? Although who was that? That wasn't you, Ace Gamer. That was Nells Ryan, I think. Nope, that wasn't Nells Ryan. That was oh my god, who the fuck was I talking to about that? It was Andrew Ehrenreich about the AJ thing. So we're gonna do that on Monday, and then so you got to remind me on Discord before Monday's show to do all the stuff for the stuff we want to do. You don't tip for it again. Although, thank you for the tip. I appreciate it.
You didn't give it a 7 out of 10, Brian. No More Rainbows. You gave it a 7.2.
Oh, well then. I don't know. Oh, and Looper says it's the first time No More Rainbows has ever been picked.
Wow, there we go.
Which is fortunate, because if I wasn't scrolling through the PlayStation Store, I wouldn't even remember this game exists. It's just one of those that, like, you play, you review, and then just never enters your brain again.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Thank you again, everybody, for all your support. Like I said, I had asked for, I basically asked you guys if you could help out on Patreon, and you came out in droves. Thank you very much. We're still a long way to go, but I mean, man, more people than I could have possibly expected have already helped me out on Patreon. You guys are incredible. We're gonna get this channel up to a normal level where everything is sustainable, and we don't have to worry about the lights staying on. You guys are absolutely incredible. I love you all very, very much. So thank you for your support over there, or by being a member over here, or by tipping during the show. It all helps, and we appreciate it all very, very much. I'm going to promise I'm going to do my absolute best for you, because and we got a lot of shit happening over the next couple weeks. So that's what I'll be focused on, is making sure that we have like reviews and plenty of stuff happening. And I'm going to spend a lot of time tonight doing some PSVR this week. Myles, you got any good Let's Plays coming up? Do you have next week scheduled yet?
I do have a list of games. I don't know if I've actually done it. No, I'll probably do it tomorrow. Where is it? Remaining Let's Plays. So I might do Ghost of Tabor Saturday, because I'm sort of saving multiplayers for a Saturday one. But I'll see how I'm feeling, because to be honest, I'm completely wiped out and I need to just chill this weekend with some Lumines Arise.
Nice.
But
way to do it.
But next week, obviously, we've got RoboQuest VR, and we've got what are the other games coming out next week?
We got Richie's Plank and Demio Battlemarked.
Demio. Okay,
yep.
So that'll be so that'll be good. I'm having a look at the games that I've actually got ready to go. Pickleball Multisport VR, dude. You and I need to do that, because we got you a key. We need to, you and I. We need to jump on and do it.
It is downloaded and ready to go on my PS5 and my Pro, just in case you wanted to see if there were any Pro differences.
Excellent, that'd be awesome. Yeah. And then a game that I've had ready for weeks and I've not jumped into was Bridge Constructor Studio.
Oh yeah,
and
it was on sale for $1.
Is it? Yeah. Have you played it?
It was, yeah. I played the first couple of levels and realized that it was more of like not a creative thing, more of like a puzzle thing. Like, what's the right answer to support this bridge? And I was like, oh man, I was hoping for something creative, and because I'm not smart enough to play the game that they gave us.
Okay. I did play on Monday Electrician Simulator VR.
Bro, I've watched Izzard play so much of that. It looks so fun.
I mean, it is, if you're not me and you're not an idiot, because the tutorial I clearly like. Because the thing is, with games with tutorials, when you're doing a Let's Play, you know this, when you have like all the voices in your ear from the chat, which I love. I love the chat. I should probably mute the chat when I'm doing tutorials, because I miss like a small detail. And then I spent like 20 minutes trying to do the tutorial level, when if I just restarted it, I wouldn't have gone off piste. And I found it very, very frustrating. So yeah, but there is something good there. I like all the house flipping aspects. The physics work really, really well. So yeah, I need to go back to it, but it looks good in the headset. It's cool when you
super sharp.
Yeah, it's super sharp, and you get a game controller at the start, like the SNES controller, and you have to like unscrew it and take it apart. And as I'm doing it, I'm like, this is shit that at home I'd be too scared to do, but I feel like I could do this now. But yeah, no, dude. The simulator games, like, you know, it's a good thing for VR. I actually went back, when I was telling you earlier, I went back to PSVR to play Superhot. Yeah. The other game I did and I got the platinum on was Surgeon Simulator VR. I played that. I played that, dude. Actually, I actually platinumed that pretty quickly, dude. That game's jokes, man. It's joke. I'm surprised that never came to PSVR2. Who even made that game? Surgeon Simulator VR. The dev behind that was Bossa Games, or Bossa Games.
Okay.
They did Iron Bread. What else have they done? Maybe they haven't done many VR stuff. Iron Fish. Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Anyway, but yeah, that was a fun time as well.
Listen, I just love that these like that there's all these games that snuck past me, like Electrician Simulator VR, right? That in my head I'm like, absolutely fucking no way, that's not happening. I'm never gonna play it. And then but then I hear from the cats like, no, it's actually really fun. It's actually really cool. Blah 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 blah. It looks great in the headset. It's like, okay, listen, I'm putting it all on my list, and when we have a nice slow period. I think it's gonna be really, really fun to go back and either do some reviews or Brian bites for games that got past me. Ones that like, even games, dude, even things like Masternoid, which I love and I think looks beautiful in the headset, right? Like that, I think that Brian bite is completely written and I've got all the footage ready to go. I just need to actually voice it and chop it up and throw it out there with 3 paws, right? There's so many great games that, as a PSVR2 specific channel, I should have covered by now, right?
Right, yeah.
But you just run out of time, and so it's great that there's this massive backlog of hidden gems that I'm going to get to go back to and play more of and have an excuse to play more of.
Dude, the Masternoid I love that game, but everyone who's managed to get 3 stars in all the levels, I don't know how people have done it. I just really struggle. The game, I know we're supposed to be wrapping up now, but this is just getting thoughts. I do play every other night. I go back to Iron Guard because I am going for the platinum. And I'm going over these levels and I'm like close to completing it. And then one troop gets through and it's like, if one hits the base, I don't know. The 3-star rating I thought was to do with your base's like health left. Because you can get things that repair your base on this tower defense game when you get attacked. But it isn't, it's your score. So if enemies attack your base, you're now not getting the points because you haven't killed them. So that's what's causing... but I've got 3 levels left to 3-star on. But yeah. Oh, someone said Space Docker. Yeah, dude.
Yep. Yeah, and I agree. I think, dude, I honestly think Space Docker is a 3 out of 3 pod game. Like I do. I think it's a puzzle game that doesn't look like a puzzle game, right? The puzzle is you learning those controls and mastering them. I know it's not really puzzle, but I guess skill.
No, it is.
It's a skill.
I think it's a puzzle. Right? Oh, but yeah.
So it's like forcing you to learn a skill to get good at the game, which is just crazy. Yeah, Space Docker, I totally agree. I think Captain Toonhead, yes, Niculo. Everyone tells me as far as tower defense stuff goes, that's amazing. Nells Ryan saying Iron Guard's easy to platinum. Oh my god, you're out of control.
Upgrade the laser turrets and put. To be honest, I use the laser turrets a lot, but I didn't realize that's what I should be using. Nihilus, we'll just keep this to the chat off this, but I'm just going to say it on camera. The one trophy that I don't know how you're supposed to do it is where you're meant to destroy 5 of the flying ships that attack you with 1 bullet, because I can never get them clustered enough. That's the trophy that I think I'm going to struggle with. But all right, I'll just use more lasers.
The issue I have with Ryan's comment, right? He said Iron Guard's easy to platinum.
No.
I bet it's easy to platinum once you've completed the game, right?
Yes.
And you've made it through. But completing the game is very fucking tough, period. Yeah. Right?
I had to shuffle up my skill points and use them again and again. Oh, and he's told me that's the hardest trophy, the one of hitting all 5. There must be a level where there's loads of them. All right.
Okay. All right, you guys. It's time to wrap things up. Right after Comic Book Guys 5 Quid Tip says, maybe worth a try. I did email EA a few days ago about Burnout Paradise VR mode. Although I don't expect a reply. It's always worth emailing developers. I think that's what
it is.
100%. And and I think what we need to get better at, I say we, I mean me. We need to make concerted efforts. We need to make concentrated efforts. We need to maybe we pick a game every week on the channel.
Yes.
Right? We say this flat screen game looks awesome. Let's do like a letter writing campaign. Let's attack them from, I say attack, meaning in the nicest possible way. Don't threaten anybody. Don't be mean to anybody.
No.
We do like a concentrated attack on Twitter, make a concentrated attack on Blue Sky, make a concentrated attack through emails. We all infiltrate their Discord, right? And it's just, then it seems like there are people looking for PSVR2 support from every possible angle, and we pick one game a week, and we make sure that we do that. I think that would be helpful, right? Because I don't know, like I love that Comic Book Guy is out there and emailing these people saying, hey, we love a PSVR2 mode. But I think one person doing it it's going to just get lost in the shuffle. But if we get hundreds of people doing it right around the same time, it suddenly becomes like, oh man, we got to listen to these people. So I will get better about that.
But if you do want to individually email, still do it, because they do notice. Like, right. But I agree with you in the concerted effort. But do email, because it just plants the seeds. Because they might be like, oh yeah, I saw that. But then they might have a conversation one day. They might have a conversation with Flat to VR Studios one day. Our team might be meeting at an office, saying, oh, you know, there's these IPs, and they're like, oh yeah, we did have some people say about PSVR2, okay, stuff like that. And but that's the thing, is you never know. It's not always about the instant results. It's about just planting the seeds, and that's what we do as a community. Right. But yeah, I like the concerted effort idea, Brian. I think that'd be wicked.
It's so funny because the game I was thinking of while saying that was ill, and then I saw Elia Hembre D in the chat said, "Can we do ill?" Right, and then Silver Nexus puts it much more concisely. It says, "GameCats organized would be a powerful force," and I agree. Yeah. We need to use this force for good, though.
What remains of Edith Finch?
Release the files. Let's go. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. It's time for us to get out of here. But thank you again, everybody who supports the channel. Thank you, everybody that hangs out here and shoots the shit with us, helps during 20 questions, and all those who sit back and watch the show and don't say a goddamn word. We know you're out there, and we love you just as much. Here it is, you guys. Your clip of the week, courtesy of Kalaka PP. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Let's go.
Love it. So good name.
Why are my hands so tiny? Why are my hands so tiny?
This is the wrong one. No, this is last week's.
Are your hands?
Oh, crap. This is falling apart. This is falling apart.
Release the Kraken.
Okay, it's a very short one, so we got to be quiet. Let's go.
All right.
Hey, smooth.
Myles, what's your favorite Green Day album?
Greatest Hits.